Hello, my name is Jay, and welcome to the very first setup kind of showcase video where we go through and we showcase different setups. If you're interested in getting in this, all you gotta do is come on our Discord, post it in the Discord, and you're pretty much all good. So when you get selected, I guess the best word to say, you get yourself a nice little rank over here, and you get special perks and stuff as well, so you can hop on there if you're interested. Plus we plan on doing some giveaways and stuff future down the line. This is the very first one, trying to get an idea of what I'm going for, and the purpose of this is we're looking at a setup as a whole, looking at kind of everything that it does, everything that is in there. We ask that you kind of include specs if you can, and pretty much we'll just go through here and start. So one of the biggest things is every I guess end of whenever I make a video, hopefully it'll be every week soon, I'll basically go through and I'll make a list of everybody who won, what place they came in out of all the selections above it, and pretty much go through and say, hey, good job, you did this, etc. So first off, I'm going to go down the list of what I personally thought was number 1 through 10, or 1 through 5. And if you like that, if you like what I did, then give the video a like, or if you didn't, well, go down in the comments and tell me what order you would have put them in, so maybe next time I can have a little bit of a better view. But let's get into it, shall we? So clearly, to start off, this is some pretty nice looking stuff right here. I mean, if you look at this, let alone the setup and the backdrop just looks, oh my gosh, awesome. And now the worst part is you can't have a nice setup without a nice computer, and this is why I chose this one, is because it's got dual 1080s in here. And I mean, that is absolutely, it looks good. Like, it's very rarely you get a nice setup and then it looks good. Like mine, I've got a nice computer. I put a lot of money into the nice looks in here as well. But it's really nice to see something that has, as you can see right here, a full kind of area, I guess, to showcase it, I guess. Unless these include specs. No, that's the other one. They include, yeah, here you go. He has two 4K monitors, GTX 1080, i7, and Windows 10 Pro, and there's another view of it. And you can see the case, the computer over there on that side. You've got a nice mouse, and everything just looks really clean. I really like it. And the speakers as well, just kind of give it all away. It looks really good. So let's move into number 2, shall we? So one of the good things about this is he actually submitted some videos, so we get a little bit of view of like what's going on differently. We get a little bit of some of the RGB that he's got in there. But just starting off, one of the biggest things I see is that he's got a sound card in here. He's included all the specs in here as well. But you can see you've got some knives. So of course when you're playing some different games, you got to make sure you have some knives available. Now, one thing I would recommend is cable management, but I think depending on, I can't really say much because my cables are pretty much everywhere when I'm not recording, and then I touch them all up to make them look really pretty, because pretty much it's just kind of necessary, because obviously you get judged a lot, especially when you're doing the tech channels and stuff. You've really got to showcase and show that you know what you're doing and have something that looks decent. He's got the same mic I do, nice little keyboard, and I guess a little webcam there, and that's about it. It looks really nice. I mean, the RGB part, which I'll hopefully be showcasing over this, is pretty much, it's got a lot of like really nice, it looks really cool. I like how the RGB is done. It looks really nice. So let's move on to number 3, shall we? So we only have 2 pictures for this one, but I really wanted to showcase this one, not necessarily because of the computer. And I mean, it looks nice. There's a nice little blue. I like the peripherals. They look really nice. Nice pad and everything. You got the controls over here. But I really wanted to showcase it because all the stuff that else is around here. I really like the green and blue color scheme. I like how it's like nice and green. It's really neat too. Like it's like, as you see, everything's lined up on here, and I like how it looks like it's a setup, but it's in the room. And that's why it came in 3. It came over a lot of other ones. I just liked the room as well. And I liked, it wasn't necessarily more about the computer, it was more about the setup. This looks like, you enjoy what you do and you're having a fun time, and it looks really like, I don't know, it really looks like a cozy gaming room, like a comfy, relaxing gaming room, with more of a video game style with all the cool stuff. I liked it a lot. So now let's move on to number 4. Now, I start with this one pretty much because I like dual monitors. I have 2 of them. I have a TV and then I have a 1080p monitor over here. But I really like to see when someone takes advantage of some RGB lighting, and they also include some specs, some information, and pretty much it's just really nice to see when somebody posts when your benchmarks. I mean, that's not required. I like to see them though, but you can pretty much get a good idea of like how it looks. I mean, I'm really impressed with the way that it just looks kind of clean, I guess, especially this. I mean, obviously you can't really tell, but there's a lot of cables back there and stuff. But one of the good things about when you submit these kind of videos is you got to make sure that you present it well. And this, obviously, I give it credit just because of the presentation. I know, obviously, I think it's a Blue Snowball as well. And you can pretty much see the dual monitor. It looks pretty clean, nice. I liked it, and that's why it came in 4th. So let's move on to the final one now, shall we? So you can't have a good setup without actually having a good set of peripherals. And obviously, setup is not everything, and computer's not everything when you're looking at this one. The reason why this one got last place, and the reason why I was really, reason why it's not really, it's more setup wars, so I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing here. But obviously, I think that peripherals are pretty average. It's CyberPower, and I know CyberPower is a pre-built, and it's not necessarily the best, but I really liked the selection of peripherals in here. This is one that I really wanted to show off just because of the amount of stuff. And of course, you have to have the Minecraft in the background, but you can see all the stuff in here, that just the peripherals, the controllers, and that's, I just like the amount of peripherals that was included in this one, and that's why it got the place that it did. And I was really happy about seeing that someone went through and has a lot of stuff in order to play the games that what they like and prefer, because Xbox controllers and everything. So I have a couple things, if you watch the end of this video, to ask. Number one, what do you like about this video? What would you like to change? Because this is my first one, this is a lot of input, and I like to know what you guys think, what you guys don't like. I think, just through going through it, I think that number one, I'm probably going to do the worst to best instead of best to worst, starting off. And I do think, now looking back at it as well, I would say I'd changed the order a slight bit as well. So I think this one in particular probably would have came in 3rd or 4th. But that's obviously just depends on whose preference and stuff. I just liked it for certain reason. I try to explain why I liked it and such. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you have any comments, critiques, any changes that you make, I'd love to hear them to make it better. And of course, if you'd like to submit your setup, please join the Discord link in the description, and you can hop down there and submit your setup in the submit your setup voice chat or Discord chat, and then you can post stuff. And as you can see, there's a lot of more information there as well. But let's pretty much get into it. So thank you all for watching. Hope to see you guys around, and you like the video if you enjoyed. And if you really want to check out the channel, that's nice, and subscribe doesn't hurt as well. But thank you all. See you guys next time, and bye.